certain match sizes and so on. Everything else remains the same. The only thing that changes is the loss function that can be incorporated in your existing. So there are a few examples on MATLAB's official site. So for example, in this case they want to model this noisy measurement data. In the first iteration, what they have tried to do is only use neural network to get this fitted to this line. But the problem is it overfits to that function and it is not able to go ahead in time with that. But if you incorporate physics, if you incorporate the physics laws along with the, see this is theta plate is your data loss, and then this is your physics loss using the differential equation. You are able to basically get the fit much more quickly, much more easily, with less competition as well. So yeah, it truly combines the best of both worlds, and if someone knows both, it will be useful for them. So this was the residual from our previous talk. What you can do now is use your thought process to create your own digital twins around it. If we have some time at the end, we'll try to see a simple modeling example with Python, but we'll not focus too much on Python. With prompting, we'll see if we can get a digital twin, something like that. So the aim will be twofold. I can introduce you to some of these tools as well that can help you overcome this. Now, coming to the next topic. In this talk, we will try to understand, or as again, we try to build the intuition around large language models, or what we are now increasingly referring to as AI. So ChatGPT, Claude, Llama, everything that you are seeing, that you have interacted with, how do they work under the hood? We'll now in this, I promise I will not go into the maths. This is a session after lunch. We'll try to understand it from the context of English itself, and then we will look at it. After we understand LLMs, we will try to build a simple prescriptive maintenance application or a solution. So in the first phase, what we saw was predictive maintenance. We try to identify the fault that may happen or that is already showing some signs. Achieve that using large language models. There are other ways to achieve that, but with the advent of large language models, it has become much easier. Earlier, prescriptive maintenance was not an easy thing. So we will try to build a simple prescriptive maintenance solution for a turbine using large language models. So if you remember your artificial neural networks are flat. They are not able to model sequence to sequence. When I mean sequence to sequence, you can English to Marathi. That will be a sequence to sequence problem, right? I am going to Baramati. So this sequence, if you want to translate it to Marathi, you need to understand the entire statement and then you can translate it to. It's not that for each word you will translate and then just piece it around, because it contains the context around it. If you do it word by word, I am, me, Sallo, it will be very weird. But actually, native Marathi speaker would say, "मी बारामतीला चाललो आहे." Right. So the sequence here and the sequence down is actually different. You don't have the exact same sequence, and you want to model that. These kinds of problem statements are increasingly relevant in time series data, especially. So, for example, if your equipment has a time series data which shows your residuals across time, then you want to model it for that sequence. If you want to predict something in the future, you want to model that sequence also. So, for this purpose, new techniques had to be invented, but under the hood, they are still neural networks, but we call them transformers. There are few architectural details that we will not go into, but basically there was a seminal paper by Google in 2016 which is called "Attention is All You Need." It's a very popular paper. Interestingly, many of the authors from that paper are Indian. So that paper has laid the foundation for what you see today as ChatGPT and other models. We will go into this attention mechanism, but does anyone know what does GPT stand for? Or maybe I have already flashed it when I was. Does anyone know the full form of GPT in ChatGPT or any other GPT model? Okay. Yeah, you can take a guess. So, someone is saying something.